One of the best casual trousers that you can get is a pair of Ecru or off-white jeans. They are incredibly versatile, and because they usually have a bit of a cream or slightly yellow tint, they are not as intense as classic pure white. And today I'm going over 7 different ways to wear off-white jeans, focusing primarily on what colors you can wear with these jeans, because that way, even if you don't have the exact items that I have, you can still create a great outfit just by following the color principles. The inspiration for this outfit was actually by Alessandro Squasi, because I saw his post on Instagram and I really liked the outfit. A couple of colors that always work really well with Ecru off-white jeans would be olive, for example, or it could be different shades of blue. And if you combine those two together in one outfit, you always get something nice. So in this case, I'm wearing a navy turtleneck by Pini Palmer, and as a layer on top, I'm using a thrifted green military jacket. And this one detail that I really liked from Alessandro is that he wears a striped t-shirt that slightly pokes out from the sweater, which just adds a little bit more visual interest to the outfit. And for the shoes, I went with a mid-brown suede tassel loafer by Ecru. Now, before you say anything, I know that the jeans are slightly on the wider side. I haven't found an alterations tailor here in the city that can fix jeans, because I really would like to taper them just a little bit at the bottom. But I think that despite the wide leg opening, the jeans still look great in my opinion. And because it works so well color-wise, I also added in this green canvas Japanese tote bag that I also bought secondhand. So if you don't have a military jacket like this in green, for example, you could also wear a green trench coat. You could wear a dark green sport coat as well, or you could go for a green wax jacket, for example, a Barber as well. And I really like this outfit combination. I think this would be great for a slightly colder fall or spring day, ideally dry as well. You don't want to be stuck in rain with this outfit. So for a sunny fall or spring day, this would be a fantastic outfit. This outfit right here is great for milder winter days. And I think it's always great to add a pop of color in winter, because we're mostly wearing darker colors in winter. So it's nice to have one little pop of color in your outfits. And one of the best ways to do this is with a colorful sweater. In this case, I went with a brighter green sweater. This one right here is from Bosie from Scotland, but lots of different colors would work here. A mustard sweater here would be excellent. You could go with a burnt orange sweater, a light shade of pink, for example, or purple would also be a great choice here. On top of that, I'm wearing a gray herringbone overcoat, which is an incredibly versatile overcoat. For the shoes, I'm going with my classic suede chukka boots, and then the shirt is a chambray shirt by Proper Cloth. Now in hindsight, the only thing I would change in this outfit is probably the shirt, because I would probably go with a lighter shade of blue and maybe an Oxford cloth button-down shirt. And of course, you can always add a nice scarf or a hat in this case and add a little bit more visual interest to the outfit. This outfit right here would be great for late spring or early summer because it's relatively light, but because the jeans are quite thick, you wouldn't really wear this in the middle of summer. The main color combination here again is the off-white of the jeans, and then combining it with different shades of blue. You have the blue stripes in the t-shirt and then the blue overshirt. I also tried wearing a navy blazer in this case, but in the end it didn't work as well as a navy overshirt. But I think that a navy sport jacket, maybe in hopsack, could also work really well in this case. Now this overshirt here is in a navy seersucker, and it's one that I really like for spring and for summer. For the belt, I chose a dark brown suede belt to match with the shoes, which are a pair of penny loafers, also in a dark brown suede. In a case like this, where the shirt and the jeans have a relatively similar color, I think it's always nice to have a separation between them, and that's one of the reasons why I chose wearing a belt in this case. Ecru jeans work incredibly well with brown sport jackets, for example, and in this case I decided to dress it down even further by adding a black knitted t-shirt. I really like this combination of black t-shirt and brown sport jacket, especially if it's a casual sport jacket like this. For my shoes, I chose a pair of suede chukka boots and then a suede leather belt as well. And if it gets a bit colder, you can add a nice overcoat on top. This could be in brown, in beige, or in light or mid gray. And to just add a little bit of an extra color, because otherwise everything would be in a very similar tonal range, I added this green and red scarf by Drake's. I personally really like this outfit, and it's one that I enjoy wearing when it's fall in Germany. This outfit right here shows that the combination of off-white and then different shades of blue works incredibly well. In this case, I'm wearing a chambray shirt by Proper Cloth and then this navy flannel sport coat, also by Proper Cloth. For the shoes, I chose a pair of suede chukka boots and then a suede leather belt as well. Of course, you could also wear an Oxford cloth button-down shirt, for example, in a really light blue as well. This would work fantastic in this case. Or if it's summer, you can wear a light blue shirt in a lighter fabric and then add a navy sport coat in linen on wool-stick linen on top. And because this outfit is more for fall and for spring, I would usually add an overcoat on top. This could be, for example, a navy trench coat, or in this case, I went with a double-breasted navy cashmere coat that I bought secondhand a couple of years ago. My only critique here would be that the shirt collar here, somehow it doesn't fit as well as I thought it would. I think it's slightly on the taller side, so a different shirt collar might work better in this case. This outfit right here is one of my go-to outfits for fall because you can never go wrong with wearing Ecru or off-white jeans with different shades of brown and beige. For example, in this case, I'm wearing a brown turtleneck by Natalino and a thrifted jacket by Gant that's also in a similar shade of brown. And to separate the two, because they are quite similar in color, I'm adding a scarf that's in a beige and brown tone, and it just adds a little bit of separation between the two and it prevents the two from blending in together too much. In this case, if you have a brown wax jacket, for example a Barber jacket, this would work incredibly well with this outfit. For the shoes, I went with my go-to shoes for fall, which are a pair of suede chukka boots. In my opinion, they are probably the most versatile shoes to wear in fall. And if you protect them with a suede spray, you can still wear them when it's raining in fall. If you wanted to and the turtleneck is not too thick, you could also tuck in the turtleneck and then wear a belt as well in this case, and that would also make the outfit very interesting. For this outfit, I went with a brown crewneck sweater, and underneath I wore an Oxford cloth button-down shirt. I combined it with this beautiful beige overcoat that also has a subtle herringbone pattern. And then for the shoes, I went with a pair of suede tassel loafers. Now I must admit that this is not exactly the most practical outfit. There are not too many days in a year where you could wear something like this, but it basically just shows that the color combination of Ecru or off-white in different shades of brown will always work and look great. If I would join Pitti Uomo next time, I would maybe wear something in this color range. Maybe not exactly this outfit, but something similar to this. Gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video and that you got some inspiration for different outfit combinations with off-white or Ecru jeans. Which of the outfits did you like the most? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel and see you next week.